welcome back. We are finally in the kitchen with Chef
Yay!
Judy. We've been watching these Cuban sandwiches all morning.
They almost walked away.
You know what?
Yes.
And I thought halfway through, I should just cut some up and like bring them to you, and you can drink it down with some mushroom
make us
tea,
wait. Make us
but
wait.
We waited just a little bit. So, boy, it's kind of like politics, people's passion with Cuban sandwiches. So I'm going to say here's a choice variety on the Suncoast, okay? So starting over here is Southern Steer Butchers. Thank you, Linda, Vanna White, for the food segment. They're up on Bee Ridge. Lovely butcher shop, and they have great sandwiches, so you can run in there, get your lunch, and buy tonight's dinner. But they do the traditional pressed Cuban, but what they're doing, they have the pork and the ham. So you notice some places don't use the pork, some places do double ham. But they've got it down to the Swiss cheese, yellow mustard, not Dijon, folks.
Yes.
And really, really good
so pork,
Cuban.
ham, and are those the two meats? Pork, ham, and Swiss cheese.
So there's rules.
So there are, and if you're going to use the pork, it needs to be mojo pork. So you're not looking for pork loin. You know, you're really looking for the pork butt, which has a little more fat and flavor to it. And it's that mojo style, so you get a citrus note in it. And that's what they're doing. So they're marinating their own pork and cooking it. Now, Drago's Real Cuban, it's a cute little ice cream shop. Steph, I know you mentioned it.
Yeah.
And we love Drago's. And he has Cuban sandwiches. Now, this is interesting.
This is different.
Because you would expect Drago to actually use the Cuban bread from Tampa. No, he is using a really good fresh hoagie roll, and they are baking those, not pressing.
Wow.
And if you look at the size of it,
I'm debating what I'm going to do with this.
I was going to say, if you can, good for you. Now, what I like is that they bake it and then they put the pickle right under the cheese, because you don't want a cold pickle. You know, you have to know where your pickle is. Your pickle's got to be room temperature.
It's all about the flavor of the mojo pork.
And you're getting it big time there,
But Judy said pickles, that's the main thing.
But, well, no, Linda, it's the pickles, it's the mustard, it's the Swiss cheese, it's the bread. It's kind of like every component.
Diversity.
Yes, exactly.
I will say that Drago's has the pork with that great mojo bite to it.
You know, how
that.
can he not? It's his family's heritage. And you get to get the Cuban sodas there. So I think, and I always have a double Cuban coffee. Then I don't sleep for 3 days. Okay, so JR's Old Packing House Cafe. I mean, who doesn't love JR, right? Well, JR is not only Cuban. JR's Cuban sandwiches were nominated for USA World Today as a finalist for best Cuban sandwiches in the country.
Wow.
Pretty impressive when you think about the amount of great Cuban sandwiches we have right up in Tampa and Miami.
Yes.
For him to stand out is huge.
Yep.
And again, talk about that pork. You know what I loved about JR? To me, Judy, you know, traditionally it's a dill pickle, but I use a garlic dill pickle because that's what I like. So I like that this is his interpretation of it, which I think is really cool.
Right.
And then down at the end, we have Stottlemyre Smokehouse. Now, I love the bread that they use for their Cuban sandwich. Traditionally pressed, you're going to get the thick ham. The key with the ham is you don't want somebody that's just using deli ham. You know, you want a really good quality ham.
Sliced.
Then you're going to slice it. And that's what they're doing over at Stottlemyre's. Now, notice they can do it both with pulled pork or just with the ham, cheese, and pickle. But notice that taste of the mustard, I think is really right.
Okay, so there's creamy mustard on
So that's like a homemade mustard sauce that they're making. So they do get to, you know, we're not talking authentic all across the board. We're noticing the different ones that have different things. Exactly, the variety of what we love. And
everybody has something different that makes it amazing.
Ooh, yeah.
Everything
has
something
love
different.
any of these, though. And I intend to go right down the line.
Linda, you have to. I don't know if you need to go down the line or in alphabetical order, but you got to have a Cuban. I appreciate you doing that.
People are loyal to their Cuban sandwiches.
They are.
I see.
Yep,
they are.
I can understand why.
Round 2 will be coming up later this fall.
Oh, all right, that's good. We appreciate your research.
Thank you.
We
It's hard,
appreciate you
but
sharing
I'm
your
doing it.
research, and we are happy to enjoy. All right, this is Judy showing us some of the different varieties of Cuban sandwiches right here on the Suncoast, and we are lucky to have have some really, really great ones. All right, we're going to keep eating. Hopefully you'll be doing the same. Yeah, it's all right. The day is early. We can get lots down. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for taking the time to enjoy the Suncoast View.